Good time to check in with meteorologist Cedric Haynes. You know, Cedric, the people down there in Texas, the game organizers, were worried about the people coming and going from the game because of all that snow and ice.
Yes. And thankfully they were able to. One of the things they had, if they had a game, I can't remember when it was, 2014, 2015, but they had a big chunk of ice that fell off of the stadium there, off the roof there in Dallas, and it kind of injured a lot of folks. So they were worried about that. So they got up early and cleared that stuff out of the way there, thankfully. But yeah, for us, none of that's showing up out there for now. But we may have to deal with our own mess here as we go throughout the next 24 hours or so. So currently we're at 39 degrees. We've got a wind out of the south, so that's bumping our temperatures up a little bit now, but that's just ahead of a cold front that's going to knock it right back down. Wind chill currently at 32 degrees, so even though it's above freezing, it feels like it's at or below freezing still. So 39 in Salt Lake City, but already 31 in Logan, 33 in Ogden, 36 in Provo, 37 in Delta. We've got low 40s kind of scattered in across South Central Utah, but 51 degrees right now, currently in St. George. All right, let's get you to the weather maps because this is that big storm that made its way through Texas, Arkansas. Portions of Arkansas had almost a foot of snow with that system. And then we had a lot of snow over the Ohio Valley, the southeast with some icing concerns down towards the Atlanta area. But we're not being left out. We're tracking our own storm system. It's not nearly as strong as that system off to the east, but we do have a cold front that's working its way towards the state now. And notice snow breaking out across portions of Idaho just to our north and west. And that's going to be moving in as we go throughout this evening. So as we look at the radar, it is starting to indicate that we're seeing some snow trying to increase here. Places like Park Valley, heading back up towards the Idaho border here. We're going to see more of this activity filling in and starting to affect you in the Cache Valley area as we get towards, especially, let's say, 7, 8, 9 o'clock this evening. Winter weather alerts are in effect for the Wasatch Mountains, both north and south of the I-80 corridor, the Uintas, and down through the Central Mountains here. We're looking at areas in this region here, possibly seeing some significant accumulations that could lead to some winter driving conditions. So here's what to expect. Those clouds will continue to increase out there for us this evening with snow developing tonight. If you're up towards Cache Valley, over towards northwestern Utah, you'll see that snow developing around 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening. I think as you get towards the Wasatch Front and point south, it'll be after 8, 9, probably closer to 10 o'clock or so before we start seeing that activity developing. But either way, we're likely looking at a snowy Friday night into your Saturday morning with valley and mountain accumulations likely across the area. Let's time it out for you with Futurecast. Here's the cold front. 8, 9 o'clock, it's already showing that initial burst of precipitation pushing through the Wasatch Front with the back edge of that coming through the Idaho coming down into northern Utah. And some of this could be mixed with rain at the very beginning, but I think it quickly switches back over to snow. And we're looking at snow from Cache Valley down through the Salt Lake Valley and into central portions of the state as we get towards midnight and beyond. And notice that will continue into the early morning hours, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, especially from Salt Lake City down towards Cedar City. Yeah, you may see a little bit of activity. And then we're looking at off and on snow showers that will take over for the day on Saturday, and that could continue Saturday night into Sunday with even a small chance of a little lake effect snow getting going potentially as we get into Saturday night into Sunday morning. So we'll watch that closely. Here's the forecast amounts right now. The Wasatch Front, 1 inch or 2 possible out there for us. The mountain valleys, 2 to 4 inches. North and central mountains, 3 to 6 inches. 4 to 8 inches in the Cottonwoods, but some isolated spots could pick up closer to about a foot of snow with that. And we've got to watch for any lake effect. If we do see that lake effect coming off of the Great Salt Lake, it could mean some slightly higher totals than that 1 to 2, especially as you get towards the Salt Lake Valley. We'll keep a close eye on it, but either way, we're going to be looking at some widespread road snow, I think, as we wake up Saturday morning with the potential of some blowing snow in some of the higher elevations. We'll keep you updated on that. All right, St. George, we're looking at 51 degrees for your high, 46 degrees for us as we get into your Sunday. That sunshine sticks around all the way into next week. As far as the Wasatch Front, the snow is on the way as we get into tonight, into your Saturday, and it's going to be kind of a wintry weekend. And the temperatures stay wintry-like all the way through next week.
Hey, the skiers are going to be happy with that.
Yes, second weekend in a row. Yeah. Perfect timing.
Season's looking good.
Yes, now.
Dana Green will be thrilled.
He's probably up there right now.
Yeah, that's where he